Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Judge Majeed. Before we start our proceedings, I'd like to inform you of the many rights that you have guaranteed to you under the United States Constitution. You are presumed not guilty. The state accusing you have the burden to step forward, prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. Today, what we call first appearance. When you come before the court, first of all, I will appoint an attorney to represent you if you cannot afford your own attorney. You have to fill out some paperwork, help the attorney present in the courtroom, make his life a little easier by filling out the paperwork. He has many clients. Do not make his life any more difficult. You have a right to be heard. If you wish to speak to me, I would stop doing what I'm doing. I would look at you and I would listen to you very carefully. I would treat you with the utmost respect and dignity. At the same time, you must know that everything you say could and would be used against you is being recorded. You also have a right to remain silent. Should you wish to remain silent, no one can force you to speak. You have a right to know what you're charged with. I'm going to read all your charges to you. And you have a right to a fair and reasonable bond. I take many factors into account before I set your bond. You will get copies of your documents, which will pass on to the attorney, who will then give them to you. There might be something that you're confused about. If you have any questions, please ask your questions. Do not be afraid. I am here to work with you and for you. I'm here to help you. We have many resources. We have the clerks. We have the state attorney. We have the public defender. We have the record in front of us. We have pretrial. We pool our resources together and make sure we can answer your question. So we're going to call our first case. Our first case today is Raphael Faust. Then we have some private attorneys. We're going to take that next. Raphael Faust, number 9 on the docket. We had a fugitive warrant from Georgia. And we have warrants here today.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, are you going to go back to Georgia freely and voluntarily, or are you going to fight extradition?
No, I'm going to go back.
Need to speak up for me, and folks, make sure that mic is working.
Go back.
All right, we're in Georgia. Does it say here? It says Rafael Rivera.
Gordon County.
Gordon, state of Florida, Gordon County. So I'm going to sign this document here, folks. When I sign this document, sir, madam, please explain to him what waiving means.
If you sign the waiver of extradition, they have 10 business days to come and pick you up. If you were to fight extradition, they have up to 90 days. So if you want to...
We're going to give you no bond, sir. They're going to come and get you within 10 days, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Good luck to you. And we have a matter of private counsel who's in the courtroom. Counsel, tell us your name, please.
Helen Silva.
And what's the name of your client?
Edward Nunes. N-U-N-E-Z.
You know what number the docket that is?
Number 36.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see, Mr. Nunes.
Yes, sir.
Which city you live in?
Oviedo.
What type of work you do?
Construction, sir.
You're charged with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 counts of drug paraphernalia, possession of cannabis, and 10 counts of drug paraphernalia. And let's see what his record looks like. I don't have his name here. If you take him out of order, he will be here, right here in this file. I got him right here. Edward Nunes. It says you got a clean record. All right, let's hear you, counsel.
Your Honor, Edward Nunes was born here in Florida, lived in that area of Oviedo. He says he works in construction, but he works with his father. He just ended a stint with the military in October, and upon his return here, his father...
Which branch of the military?
Navy, sir.
How many years?
4 years, sir.
And I know that his father has owned for a very long time, I know probably close to 20 years, a company that has to do with like removal of asbestos. So I know that's who he works with, his father owns that company. He also resides with them. As you can see, he has no record. He has always lived here except for the time he's been in the military. I believe in high school, his parents placed him in a private high school in another state. That would have been the only time, I think it was for a year that he was out of the state. So I would ask you to release him on his own recognizance. They've retained me to represent him. And I don't believe any risk at all. He's going to go back and live with mom and dad in Oviedo. And of course, we'll make his court appearances.
How old are you?
22, sir.
Uh-huh. Find it a probable cause to hold him. He got a clean record. His bond on a possession of cannabis, 20 grams of cannabis, madam, his bond will be $100. And on the possession of drug paraphernalia on each count, his bond will be $50 per count. I have him at 11 counts there. So you got 550 plus 100, you got 650.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Do we get a court date?
You're not, during this, while you're on this bond, sir, you're not to own, possess, or carry any illegal drugs. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
We got a court date, madam, of 10/5, 9 a.m. In Vieira before Judge Bob. Is that correct, folks?
Yes, Your Honor.
Madam Clerk, is that correct? 10/5?
Yes.
9 a.m. before Judge Bob? Not hearing from the clerks.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Anything else, counsel, we can do to help you?
Thank you so very much.
And where's your office, counsel?
Sanford.
Sanford. Well, you come back here anytime, you're welcome, okay? We'll do anything we can to help you.
Since I have the deputy, may I be excused?
Yes, you can be excused, or of course you're free to stay and watch friendly Judge Majeed at work.
Thank you.
Have a good day. We'll move on to the next matter then. Any other private counsel? The next case I have then is Jameson Emmanuel, and that's number 48 on the docket. Mr. Emmanuel, when you come forward, deputy, help me out, please. I want to know their name, repeat their name. Tell me which city you live in and how long. Mr. Emmanuel, which city you live in, sir?
Cocoa.
How many years?
About 3 months.
You don't know?
Say 3 months.
3 months. Where you lived before that?
Alabama.
Well, you got into a lot of trouble here, sir. In Cocoa, you should have stayed in Alabama. When you going back to Alabama?
Upon my release, sir.
That's going to be a long time, another 10 years.
What was that, 10 years?
State what it says, state file or ROR.
State filed, Your Honor.
Okay. Sir, I want you to know on a serious note, you have many rights. All your rights will be protected and respected. You'll be treated with dignity and respect at every stage of your proceedings. You have an attorney representing you. The only issue before me today is whether or not the state is filed. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You have bond on all these matters. Now, let me explain to you about bond. Bond is always temporary. Now that you have filed, your attorney can petition the court and probably will to reduce your bond. You understand that?
Yes.
It says here, all previous conditions remain unchanged. Sentinel GPS.
Judge, we need
Good
a
luck
bond.
to you, sir. That will take care of your matter.
Judge, we need a bond on count one.
Need a bond? I thought every matter has bond here, Madam Clerk.
Count one.
Your Honor, they filed a different charge on this than originally, than the original charges.
Just on count one.
Okay, so let's see what we have here. Number 48, let's go over the counts then. Defendant is entitled to a reasonable bond. False imprisonment. What's the bond on that, Madam Clerk?
That's the one we need.
He has a bond on that. Did they file on false imprisonment?
They
Yes.
filed that, Judge. That's a new charge. That's the one we need a bond on.
All right, the bond on that, madam, will be $2,500 cash or surety. Now we got introduce or possess contraband in a detention facility. We have that charge still standing.
Yes, all the rest, Judge, are as arrested, and they do have
All
bond.
bonds remain unchanged, madam, and the new charge bond will be $2,500 cash or surety.
Thank you, Judge. And I believe we need to get a new court date, don't we?
I got 10/20/16, 8 a.m. in,
Oh, I believe that would be the new one. That's good.
okay.
Right. Thank you, Judge.
Next matter then would be, any questions, sir? Anything you don't understand?
I don't understand, I came to a first appearance already. I don't understand why I'm coming back for another first appearance.
Well, because at the time you came, they did not file the charge against you, now they have. You understand that? And when they file the charge, you got to come back in front of me, and I have to set bond in one case, and I give you a very low bond, okay?
All right.
Have a seat. The next matter will be Lorenzo Lawson, and number 53 on the docket.
Lorenzo Lawson, I stay in Palm Bay, Florida. 12 years.
How long you live in Florida, sir?
Florida all my life, sir. I've lived in Palm Bay over 10 years.
You are charged, sir, with possession of controlled substance, battery, domestic violence, and petty theft. And this case is a filer ROR. What says the state?
State is filed, Your Honor.
File all 3 counts?
Yes.
Judge,
Sir, they filed a charge against you. The bond is already set. You understand
Excuse me,
that?
excuse me.
Judge, count 3 is a new charge. Petty theft, we need a bond on that.
Petty theft, madam, the charge will be $500 cash or surety.
Is there any way I could be PTR'd on any of this?
I wish I can help you. I only have one thing in front of me. The other bond has been previously set. You now have a $500 bond for the petty theft.
What is the other bond, sir? I don't know what they are.
You have charge of possession of controlled substance, $5,000. Domestic violence, $10,000.
1,500.
Petty theft, I'm setting the bond at $500.
All right. All right, thank you.
Next matter then will be Noble. Nathaniel Noble, number 54 on the docket.
How you doing, Judge?
Which city you live in, sir, and how long?
Cocoa, Florida, 31 years, sir.
Judge, this case was consolidated into an earlier filed case.
So what's that earlier case?
Judge, it's case number 16 CF 36907B, as in Bravo, and I provided a copy of that to Mr. Noble.
So I do not need to take any further action in this matter.
That's correct, Judge.
Sir, this case, you have 2 cases, and they put them together for you. You understand that?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So now you only have 1 case.
Yes, sir. What about my mom?
You're going to get all the paperwork. That will conclude this matter, madam. I need to take no further action. The next case then will be Bright, Ernest Bright, number 16. You're charged with battery, fire with a law enforcement officer and resisting without violence.
Can I say
Which city you
something?
live in? Definitely.
I stay in Cocoa, Florida for 32 years, and I want to point out something to you on the sworn affidavit. It said that I caught this case at 9/10/2016, so it's pointing straight to you that they violated my constitutional rights, because if I caught this case on 9/10, why would I be coming to first appearance on 9/12, and I never got a sworn officer to book me into the county jail, fingerprint me, read me no Miranda, no first phone call pertaining these charges and nothing. So I'm asking you to ROR me on these cases, sir.
All right, what says the state? The man says his rights have been violated.
Well, Judge, all I can go by is what the 923 says, and it says here he battered a corrections officer and resisted other officers with violence. He's got a lengthy history, a violent history, and he's here for pending aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. I would ask the bond be set at $5,000 for count 1 and $5,000 for count 2.
I've listened to all the parties, state and defense. I find there's probable cause to hold the defendant. He's got counsel, is that correct?
Judge,
He's got counsel appointed to represent him?
this have to be conflict.
Conflict attorney, bond remain unchanged. Next. Thank you, sir. Next matter will be Hepworth.
Good afternoon, Judge Rashid. Like your
Mr.
tie.
Hepworth?
I like your
Good
tie.
afternoon. Thank you, sir. What's your name?
Guy Robert Hepworth.
All right, Mr. Hepworth, you're number 52. Let's see what we can do to help you, sir. You're charged with
You don't
petty
want-
theft.
Yeah, I've been a resident here for over 20.
Don't say anything, don't say anything. Let's hear whether they file first. If they don't file, you get ROR.
Oh, no, they filed.
Let's hear from this. Let me get the state a chance to tell me. Then I'll listen to you.
Judge, the state has filed a felony petty theft on Mr. Hepworth.
Oh, man, they went way up on you. They're taking you to the big boys now. Let me hear you now. You can speak now.
All right, speaking of big boys, let's get some big boy pants on here because I've been trying to talk to this gentleman behind me, and I've been trying to talk to my attorney. I do have a right to talk to my attorney, right?
You definitely, as you have a right to talk to me. And what did I tell you? I will stop. I look at you. Am I looking at you now?
Yes, but the thing is, I'm in LOPE status, and I've been here since July 10th. I haven't had a phone call to my lawyer yet. So this is the third time I've been addressing this court with this issue. Haven't had a chance to even know who my lawyer is until this gentleman here 2 days ago just randomly gave it to me. I've written my public defender, whoever he or she may be, 3 times now, no response. So the judge before ordered a 24-hour notice to the one lawyer that I did have, Mr. Hornstein, found out his name was, found out he's on vacation. So he didn't come up and see me. So not only is my civil rights being violated where I can't even call or talk to an attorney, because that is a Miranda right. You have a right to an attorney. You have a right to talk to your attorney. I don't even know who my attorneys are now. This gentleman here, the state attorney that was here the other day, they said, what's the bond today? He was like, it doesn't matter. He's got so many charges, $2,000. Like, really? It doesn't matter what my bond is? Well, then how about making the one that was $25,000? Who cares? $5,000. Let's go there. I don't even know what all my charges are. They got me in a bubble. They're throwing charges at me left and right, dropping other charges. I had 2 PBLs when I came in here. Those are now grand thefts. I think they're pulling rabbits out their bunghole.
File ROR. I was looking for a record on him. I don't have any because
I have
it's a file
16
ROR,
prior
is that it?
felonies, and I got these new, came in with 14 felonies. I now have 4 felonies. I went to court last week. They're talking early resolution. Like I said, I don't think they know what they're doing, especially this guy.
All right. Anything else?
Yeah, I just want to know what my total bond is and what all my charges are that I have left, so maybe I can take a step into getting my property that's in the Melbourne Police Department. They confiscated my wallet and everything that I had, my credit cards, everything. I can't even call a bondsman. I'm stuck like Chuck.
All right. Here's the deal. You understand that I can only address the cases in front of me.
What are they?
I can't address everything. I only have one case in front of me, my friend, and that says you're charged with petty theft. And State, give me a factual background of this case, please.
Mr. Hepworth was at Lito's Cabaret. He was sitting at the bar where the victim was sitting as well. The victim left her purse on the top of the bar. When she returned, it was missing. The defendant was seen on video footage stealing the purse and then left the business.
She asked for an 8-ball of cocaine. I was supposed to put the 8-ball of cocaine in her purse, and guess what? She got pissed off and then charged me with this. I mean, it's stupid. And now it's a felony because she didn't get what she wanted. I don't understand it.
I got to move on, my friend. I've listened to you very carefully. The other cases I can't deal with. This case, you have $1,000. The only issue before me is whether or not they filed.
My issue is, can I ever talk to my attorney?
Yes, you definitely can talk to your attorney, but not right now because he's got about 100 cases right now he got to attend to. But he will give you a number to call, and
I can't call. I'm in the bubble. I'm a bubble baby.
I see, all right.
I don't know
luck to you,
what's
my
going
friend.
on. I think that he's pulling straws out his ass and he's putting them up there. But I don't know what's going on.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All terms and conditions remain unchanged, madam, for the bubble baby. Jalen Gowan's number, you got 4 cases, sir.
Judge,
Yes.
I can advise the court that Mr. Gowans qualifies for AMA on his VOP.
Okay, VOP, madam, the affidavit will act as probable cause. All terms and conditions remain unchanged. Number 20, he's got 4, what's the bond? 0 bond.
0, yes, sir.
Remain unchanged. 21, 0 bond, remain unchanged. 22, 0 bond, remain unchanged. 23, 0 bond, remain unchanged. And we'll put an AMA hold on him. Sir, you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Public defender representative, is that correct?
If we're appointed.
Public defender appointed, probable cause to hold him, derived from the affidavit and the VOP. All terms and conditions remain unchanged, all bonds remain unchanged. Next,
Judge, are you leaving no bonds on the new cases?
all matters, the new cases, madam, that will be which number, madam?
22 and 23.
They're all on site, is that correct? Let's see, 22. I thought I saw no bond on them, counsel.
Because he was on probation, but he's still entitled to a bond.
Let's see, madam, introduce contraband in the detention facility and possession of controlled substance without prescription. Madam, on number 22, count 1, the bond will be 2,500. And count 2, the bond will be 2,000. And number 23, the bond will be 2,500.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, defense. Appreciate that. AMA hold, is that correct, State?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Got that on 2 cases.
Next matter will be Tyler Mathis, number 33.
Judge, we have John Kimball next, actually. Kimball.
Pardon me?
Kelly.
Kimball, John Kimball, number 29 and 30.
Judge, I'd like to advise the court that Mr. Kimball as well is qualifies for AMA.
All right, we got the on-site VOP, madam, VOCC is 0 bond. Affidavit will act as probable cause. 0 bond, remain unchanged, public defender appointed. And then we have number 30, aggravated assault, domestic violence, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. The victim is Tyler Tidball. Do not call, do not visit, do not have anything to do with Tidball, complete stay away. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Count 1 will be $15,000, count 2, $15,000, AMA hold, madam. Public defender appointed on all matters.
Judge, can you have a no contact also on Angela Allison? She's also a victim.
Angela Allison, I didn't see the name here, just had Tyler Tidball, but Angela Allison, correct. Do not call Angela, complete stay away, do not contact them by phone, Facebook, anything like that. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Complete stay away, no contact whatsoever.
Yes, sir.
Anything you don't understand?
No, sir.
Okay. Next matter then would be Mathis Tyler.
Morning.
Mathis Tyler. You're charged with trespass, failed to leave property upon warning. State, you can make him an offer today or not?
I'd offer 10 days, credit time served.
How much time he's got in, Madam Clerk?
2. You interested in the plea?
2 days, Your Honor.
Do that. 10
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
He'd like to accept the state's offer.
Yeah, I'll accept the state's offer.
10 days with...
Anything else keeping him in jail?
No.
Where do you live?
I live in Cocoa Beach, Florida, Cape Canaveral, more like, right on the border there.
You live on the border.
Right on the border of Cape Canaveral and Cocoa Beach. Some say
What type of work you do?
Some say
What
it's
type
Cape
of work?
Canaveral, some say it's Cocoa Beach.
What type of work you do?
I work for a long-distance carrier. It's called Discount Long Distance. It's across the street from Yogi's and Lido's and all that right there.
Are you on probation right now?
No, sir.
Are you on parole right now?
No, sir.
Anyone threaten you or frighten you to get you into this plea today?
No, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs?
No, sir.
Alcohol?
No, sir.
Medication?
No, sir.
Anything affecting your clear mind?
No, sir.
When you enter a plea, you need to know certain things. One, if you're not a citizen, you'll be deported. If you are on probation or parole, it'll be violated. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
He pleads to the court, madam. He is adjudicated. He pleads no contest, is adjudicated 5 days. Credit with time served 2 days. Plus court costs. You got to pay court costs. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
He has until the 12th day of December 2016 to pay the court costs, madam. And we have any cost of investigation, state?
$130 to the Cocoa Beach Police Department.
Cocoa Beach Police Department, madam. Cost of investigation will be $75. You got to pay it all by December 12th. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Have a seat.
Your Honor, you changed the cost of investigations to $75 to Cocoa PD?
Correct. Francisco Moore, 34. I think that's Cocoa Beach PD, madam.
Yeah, that's correct.
Disorderly intoxication. What's your name, sir?
Francisco Moore.
Which city you live in?
Cocoa.
Disorderly intoxication and possession of less than 20 grams of cannabis.
Yes.
And Judge, Mr. Moore intends to represent himself.
I want to
You're going to represent yourself?
I want to plead no contest, get this over with, because I'm working.
Unfortunately, I can't take the plea today, my friend. But if you want to plead no contest, state, can you put him on the plea docket for Wednesday? State?
I don't know how to do that, Judge. I would have to go through the clerks and see what's available.
Or can I get
Well, clerk.
or can I get an ROR?
Madam Clerk, we're taking pleas on Wednesday, right?
The docket for Wednesday is already done, Judge.
Oh, I see. Well, I don't want to upset my clerks because if it's already done, it's already done, right, Madam Clerk? Okay, sir. To find the probable cause to hold you, public defender appointed. You're charged with disorderly intoxication. The bond is $250. I'm going to reduce that to $150, madam. Possession of less than 20 grams. The bond is $500. I'm going to reduce it to $250.
Judge, he didn't want counsel.
Is there any way I can get an ROR on this?
No, my friend, I've knocked the bond down by half for you. That's the best I can do to help you. I know you're a fine gentleman, but that's the best I can do to help you, okay?
The problem is I need to get a hold of the mayor of Rockledge.
The mayor of Rockledge?
Yes, Tom Price.
I see. Well,
that's
I'm sure you will. I'm sure you'll appreciate the opportunity to chat with you, but the best I can do is reduce your bond, which I've done. Good luck to you.
He's holding my money.
He's holding your money?
Yes, he keeps my money in his safe.
Well, you can't beat that. Your money is safe.
Yeah, but I need to talk to him to let him know what my bond is so I could get this done and over with.
All right, we'll see if we can get word to him for you, okay?
Okay.
Judge? Judge, I have to remind you, he didn't want counsel.
I wanted to get
All
this
right,
over with.
you going to represent yourself?
I just want to get this over with.
It ain't going to be over today, my friend. Good luck to you. Have a seat. And the mayor of Rockledge has his money in a safe, so we got to take care of that. Victor Schonberger.
Yes, Your Honor.
You the mayor of Rockledge?
No, I'm not.
You got this man's money in a safe, you better give him back. Number 38. Driving under the influence, DUI with property damage, leaving the scene. Failure to sign summons, introduce or possess contraband, following too close to resisting without violence. State, how many DUIs does he have?
Well, as far as I can tell, he's only been let out to a reckless back in 1994.
Can you give me a little factual background of this matter, State?
Let's see. Schoenberger was driving a 2007 BMW convertible, struck the rear of another vehicle driven by the victim at the intersection of Minuteman Causeway and North Atlantic Avenue.
What time did this occur? Should be right there on top of the report.
0619 on September 11th. Yesterday morning at 0619 in the evening.
Okay, and then what? You struck the vehicle in the rear, and then what? You said he left the scene.
Left the scene, and eventually the vehicle was stopped by the Brevard County Sheriff's Office. He was determined to be under the influence of alcoholic beverages to the impairment of his normal faculties, and
then they found some contraband on him. What was the contraband they found? State?
I'm looking, Judge. Powder substance. You have tested positive for cocaine.
Okay. I imagine if police have impounded the vehicle, State?
I would imagine so.
Sir, which city do you live in? Which city do you live in, sir?
Melbourne Beach, Florida.
What type of work you do?
I'm in sales,
What do you sell?
automobiles.
For whom?
It's an independent store in Melbourne called Next Car.
Driving under the influence, your bond will be $5,000 cash or surety. DUI with property damage, your bond will be $5,000 cash or surety. Leaving the scene of an accident, your bond will be $5,000 cash or surety. Failure to sign a summons, $250 remains unchanged. Contraband, $2,500. Following too closely, that's a civil matter. You have the money to pay for your own attorney?
I know I don't.
Public defender appointed. Is he the indigent, folks?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is the total amount that I would need to bond out, Your Honor?
The bondsman will tell you. I'm going to tell you on each count once again. Driving under the influence, $5,000. Property damage, $5,000. Leaving the scene, $5,000. Failure to sign, $250 remains unchanged. Introduce contraband, $2,500.
Judge, there's also a resisting an officer without violence charge.
Yeah, I'm getting to that. I'm just dealing with number 38 right now. Resisting without violence, madam. That's number 29. I find there's probable cause to hold him. Public defender appointed. His bond will be $1,500 cash or surety. Have a seat, sir. While you're on this bond, sir, you're not to own, sir. Come back to the podium, please. While you're on this bond, you're not to own, possess, or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs. You understand that?
I do.
You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Have a seat. Pedro Feliciano, number 19.
Yes, sir. Pedro Feliciano from Cocoa Beach. Been there for eight months, and I work for the Department of Defense.
Domestic violence, possession of less than 20 grams of cannabis. He got zero bond until he sees a judge. Let's see what his record is like. Feliciano. How many years you said you've been in Rockledge?
It was Coco and it's eight months.
Where were you before that?
Patrick Air Force Base.
What are you doing there?
At Patrick, I was in the Air Force for 8 years, and now I'm currently work for Department of Defense.
You have the money to pay for your own attorney?
I'm not sure.
He's indigent.
You got to stay away from Whitney Feliciano. Don't call, don't visit, don't have anything to do with her. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Complete stay away. No contact whatsoever. You have any children together?
Yes, sir.
I can't hear you.
Yes, sir.
How many?
I have one biological and 2 stepkids.
I didn't notice anything on the record. State anything you noticed on the record?
About children?
Domestic violence.
No, Judge. I do want to advise the court that the victim did contact our office, requested no contact and no return to the location.
That's what we said. Absolutely no contact, complete stay away. You understand that?
Yes, sir. I had a question.
Yes.
Would I be able to have a third party retrieve some of my stuff? Like
No,
my
I'm
vehicle?
going to take care of that for you. You can go back yourself. You got to go with law enforcement. You want to give you this order, you're going to go with law enforcement. You have no more than 30 minutes to collect all your essential items. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Domestic violence, madam. His bond will be $500. Let me ask, pretrial, is this gentleman qualifies for pretrial?
She's shaking her head, yes, Judge.
All right, we're going to put him on pretrial, madam, on account he served the military, and he has no prior record. Is that correct, State?
That's correct.
Yeah, no record. I can see no record. Let me see his file again. Let me see his document there, Feliciano again.
He doesn't even have a traffic ticket, Judge.
I have a clear record there. You got to stay away from Whitney Feliciano. No contact,
Sir.
no return.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to give him pretrial release, madam. And they said he qualifies, right? Okay, sir. Have a seat. Public defender appointed.
Thank you.
David Dills, add-on number 1. Get to the back here. Add-ons. David Dills has many, many charges. And this is, which city you live in?
Melbourne.
What type of work you do?
I'm disabled. I just lost my kidneys and I'm having to go to
What type of
dialysis.
drug paraphernalia he possess, State?
Excuse me?
I'm sorry, Judge?
State. What type of drug paraphernalia he possessed?
I have
Sir,
hot.
don't say anything.
State.
I'm looking, Judge. Looks like a glass pipe.
Madam Clerk, I find it probable cause to hold him. On the first 8 count, his bond will be $100 each. From $500 each to $100 each. In fact, I'm going to put them at $50 each on each count. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 counts. Possession of controlled substance, bond will be $1,000 each. Less than 20 grams, 500 a minute, will be $250. So the first 8 counts, madam, will be $50 each. Controlled substance will be 1,000. Controlled substance will be 1,000. Cannabis will be 250. Probable cause in each and every count. Public defender appointed. You're not to own, possess, or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs. Can you understand that, sir?
Yeah, I have that.
Have a seat.
Did you appoint the people?
Public defender appointed, madam. Probable cause told in each and every count. Bond set in each and every count. Anything else, Madam Clerk?
No, thank you.
Next matter will be Joseph Baxter, number 14. Domestic violence against LaRonda Baxter, Being Home State. Don't call, don't visit, don't have anything to do with LaRonda Baxter. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Says here LaRonda Baxter is his wife. Don't call, don't visit, don't have anything to do with her. Do not go where she lives or where she works. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
How many years you been married?
A little over 19.
Which city you live in right now?
Melbourne for a little over 20.
How many years?
20 years, and I've lived in Palm Bay for 16 before that.
Arrest, armed burglary of a dwelling, aggravated assault. You've been doing good since 97, now you're getting yourself in problems again. You working?
Yes, I do.
What type of work you do?
I'm a plumber.
Don't call, don't visit, don't have anything to do with her. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
$500 cash or surety. The next matter then will be Timothy Justice, number 28. Reckless driving, no valid DL, flee and elude. Possession of controlled substance, possession of less than 20 grams. Possession of controlled substance, madam, $1,000. Less than 20 grams, $250. Possession of drug paraphernalia, $50. Driving while license suspended, $1,500. We have that, Madam Clerk?
Yes, Your Honor.
Probable cause hold him in each and every count. Public defender appointed. Not to own, possess, or carry any suspended license, not to drive with a suspended license. You understand that, sir?
Yes, I do, sir. Did you just raise my bond for the driving?
Correct. And
Okay.
I lowered it for everything else. Did you notice that or not?
Yes, I did, sir. But I was under the impression that my insurance had taken away my SR22, so I was under the impression that my license was valid.
I see. The bond is $1,500. Have a seat. Williams Lake. Domestic violence. Leanne Donnell Patterson, don't call, don't visit, don't have anything to do with her. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Total complete stay away.
Yes, sir, I understand.
Which city you live in?
Merritt Island, Florida.
What type of work you do?
I'm not in work right now. I currently go to 2 doctor appointments a week, and I watch my child every day from 10 to 5 while my girlfriend, Leanne, works.
You got a girlfriend named Leanne Wirtz?
Leanne Patterson. I said while she works, I watch the child from 10 to 5 every day.
I see. Where does she work?
Applebee's, Merritt Island.
You got cannabis, Xanax. Leanne Patterson, girlfriend, don't call, don't visit, don't have anything to do with her. You understand that?
Yes, sir, I understand the severity. I will not.
Complete stay away, bond $500, cash or surety.
Thank you, sir.
Public defender appointed, probable cause to hold him. Gary Thomas, number 44.
How you doing today, sir?
Possession of less than 20 grams of cannabis. Which city you live in, sir?
Cocoa Beach.
What type of work you do?
I'm a commercial waterman.
Find it probable cause to hold him, $250 cash or surety. Public defender appointed. Jeffrey Jorison, add-on number 3,
I'm sorry, Your Honor, how much was that bond on the last case?
$250. Jorison is add-on number 3. Controlled substance with intent to sell, $15,000. Find his probable cause to hold me each and every count. Count 1, $15,000, remain unchanged.
Judge?
Yes.
Judge, on count 1, the reason they've charged it as a first-degree felony because they charge it within 1,000 feet of a school or a store, which enhances it to a first-degree felony. However, this was a traffic stop, and that charge cannot stand up on a traffic stop, that faction of the charge.
What says the state?
Yeah, I don't have any problem with that, Judge. I want to reduce the count 1.
Count 1, the bond will be $2,500 cash or surety. Possession of controlled substance without a prescription, $1,000. Manufacture, deliver, or drug paraphernalia, $1,000. Less than 20 grams, $250. Possession of drug paraphernalia, $100. Public defender appointed. Probable cause in each and every count.
Your Honor, I was wondering if there's any way I could get a possibly PCI.
No, sir, not possible.
All right.
But you got a reduction in your bond.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, that takes care of our out of order, folks. We'll take a 10-minute recess. Give my clerks and my attorneys a chance to take a rest stop break. Then we'll come back and we start up in 10 minutes. Rest stop break for everybody.